name is Nicole Markoff. I live in San Francisco, California, and this project is called the Blind Passenger Project. I started the project in 2011 as a way to harvest stories from like a subterranean place. So we all know about the stories that we tell and the stories the way in which we know ourselves, and there's also ways in which art tells its own stories. And I wanted to fuse the viewer with those stories that art can provide through divination, or a form of divination. And in this case, I used the system of the tarot deck. I appropriated the system of the tarot deck much in the way that people appropriate identities or appropriate other people's stories through their own works of art. In that process of trying to find ways to do this, I came across my grandfather's diary, which he kept while detained at Ellis Island. And my grandfather was from Poland, and when he emigrated to the United States, he was unable to do so and eventually came in through an appropriated identity, basically someone else's passport that had passed on. So he lived under a false identity his entire life. And in this volume, in this diary that he kept while detained, he mentioned people who were called blind passengers, which were people who had no passports, no permission, no visa. They risked everything to just come in blindly, basically, into a country. Of course, they would fear deportation, but where would they go? So they just have to walk blindly into their, essentially their destiny, and those are for whom the deck is named. This is one of the first cards that I made, the first card that sort of surfaced for me. So what you have here, and where this collaged image comes from, is the houses of the old world coming together to form a boat. So it's that history with nothing more than a skirt for a sail. Immigrating on a small boat inevitably is incredibly dangerous. There is a sense of romance surrounding it, because what you're going for is the proverbial golden rain, which is, in this case, the sun. So you're going towards the sun, towards the promise of betterment of the golden rain, with the sunset and the nighttime and the dawn behind you. So the process of the deck as an artist is to work with the viewer and tell their story through images that arise. So that's what we're gonna do today. And Nina is my beautiful test subject. Nina is so excited to be here. What I'm noticing already in the spread is that the guide that's coming is the lucky duck. So we're just gonna say that, okay? That's a good thing, that's a really good thing. So the deck is comprised of immigration, which is my grandfather's story, sight, ophthalmology, entropy, the movement of energy, and heat and change. So this is in the immigration suit, and what you have is the isolation card. So right now, in some capacity, there's a function of your life in which you're very isolated, but it's not a moment of negative isolation. It's more about tending the garden, taking the moment to tend to the tasks at hand in some capacity in a very solo way. So maybe you're coming into a role where you're activating in sort of an independent solo space that's fortifying yourself. This is ships passing in the night. So this is about missed opportunity on some level, but it's upside down. So that means that whatever that opportunity that you feel like you've missed, it's already passed, so you don't need to worry about it anymore. This card is your natural expression in the world, and that is of the lovers. And in this case, it's Jay-Z and Beyonce posing as Krishna and Parvati, okay? So this is about your ability to be in union with someone in a creative, collaborative way that is sort of like, in a sense, legendary. Our subconscious self is 3 of entropy, which is about creating safe boundary between you and an adverse. What this means is your subconscious is working on building safe space so that you can get your work done, because you are such a collaborator. And what's coming in is the luck card, which is the only luck card in the whole deck, and it's very auspicious that you got it in your guide. So it means that there's stuff that's going to be happening that's just kind of lucky. And yay, we like that. This is the 7 of textiles, which is the fish trap, but it's inverted, which means that you're going to be able to back out of any constraints that have been set up for you. And so that's your diamond spread. Yeah. Blind passenger deck, yeah.